All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about music, doing it in real time for just a couple of people out here like you right there. There you are. And just like me here. So, one of my favorite all time bands broke up a few years ago, and now it appears they could be getting back together again. So, if you go to their website, which is pretty interesting to see this, right? First of all, you go to this page and it's got this telling you if you go to their website. So the countdown clock has gone down 23 hours, 31 minutes, and 25, 4. All right. I can't keep doing this. Anyway, third day, one of the most amazing bands. To see them live is just, it's awesome. They helped get me into Christian music back in the 90s. During those days, by the way, they were a little bit more alternative rock sounding as they were kind of fitting in with what was happening in the 90s. And if you look back at the mainstream rock charts, I'm pretty sure they charted at least one song on what we would call regular rock radio. And their message was pretty out there. It was pretty straightforward. In other words, they weren't hiding the fact that they were a Christian band. Well, the headline over on ccmmagazine.com, Mac to the Future, meaning Mac Powell, little Back to the Future reference there. Third day countdown teases potential reunion. A cryptic countdown. I don't know why it's cryptic. I guess because any timer, it's like watching the TV show 24 or something. You see the clock ticking and you're like, "Oh man, they better hurry up." 24 of course is just moving through time, but this is counting down. Anyway, fans are buzzing with one burning question. Paper or plastic? No, I'm kidding. Is this the start of a third day reunion? Oh man, that would be fantastic. The clock is ticking down to next Wednesday, which is coming up, by the way, tomorrow. While no official statement has been released, the timing and the silence is loud enough to suggest something is brewing. Could it be a full-blown reunion, a new studio album, or are we in for something more symbolic, like a tribute live stream or legacy box set? Well, I'm kind of hoping it's not that. Now, Mac Powell, who showed up for the K-Love Fan Awards, apparently led the crowd in God of Wonders, which is an amazing song. And Steve Hindalong, who is one of the writers of the song, along with Mac Powell, was there to help with the song. And for those of you who know Third Day, the Offerings 2 All I Have to Give album was where that particular song was made famous and really paved the way for more vertical worship, which replaced much of the genre's prior pop rock foundations. And nowadays, you're getting complaints that all the worship music is not good, and it's kind of an easy way to make money for Christian musicians. In the old days, they got criticized for not being Christ-focused enough. Now, apparently, they're too Jesus-y for a lot of people that listen to Christian music. So you really can't win. I would say this. I'd rather hear about Christ than trying to figure out what the song is about. Just putting it out there. I know I'm in the minority on pretty much everything, but there you go. So longtime fans are hoping it's more than just a retrospective. If it is a reunion, the big question remains, who's in? Mac Powell and guitarist Mark Lee are the most likely names on any lineup. The duo were the consistent backbone of the band throughout its 2-decade run. But could we also see the return of drummer David Carr? Or is a fresh lineup in the works like we saw with 10th Avenue North, which is another great band from not too long ago? They're not as old as Third Day, but anyway, Third Day officially called it quits in 2018 with a farewell tour that didn't quite feel like the final chapter. In that spirit, a third day resurrection feels more like a when and not an if. Whether it's a one off anniversary event or the rebirth of a band that helped define a generation, one thing is certain. I'm going to be watching this timer count down to 0. Not in real time, but I'm definitely going to be checking back tomorrow to see what happens. It could be just a cruise, but hey, would you really complain about the Boat of Wonders offerings on the ocean? I don't know. It's a classic rock cruise, I guess, or a classic Christian rock cruise. I don't know, folks. I'm hoping they're going out on tour. Mac Powell, one of the greatest voices that you'll hear in any genre. He's just so good. It's that southern rock thing that he brings to everything. His voice has got tons of soul in it. And there are many other guys that kind of sound like Mac Powell, but you know what? I think he was one of the first, other than like a John Fogerty, who sounded like the way he sounds. And I know there are others, but in any event, I'm hoping for a full-blown third day reunion. And yes, one more look at the clock as it I don't know why this is so interesting, but it is. It just comes out of nowhere. And hey, let's start the countdown on the website. So there it is. You got 23 hours, 25 minutes. And by the time you see this video, it'll have gone down a lot since. And I'm a huge fan of this band. So it's kind of cool what's happening to Third Day or with Third Day. And you know what? We need some Third Day in our life. And I'm hoping it's a full-blown tour and reunion. Anyway, that's it from here. God bless everyone. We hope for Third Day's return, and we know who did rise again on the third day. That was Jesus Christ, and he's the reason for all of this music, and hence this is why we hope for more of this music, because it's inspiring, and we need more inspiration.